This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Oh, tasty high note. Oh, hi, don't mind me. I'm practicing my new baritone sax. I just heard PayPal's paying for people's stuff every day for 100 days, and there's 10 million up for grabs. All you have to do is use PayPal checkout online. So there's never been a better time to buy a few things off the old wish list, like this leaf blower. PayPal could pay for your purchase. The Great PayPal Checkout.
No purchase necessary ends July 18th. See official rules at paypal.com/thegreatpaypalcheckout/terms. Participating merchants only must use PayPal checkout online. Coverage of up to $100 and eligible purchases per card.
Hey, it's me, Paige DeSorbo, and I'm so excited to share my new shoe collection at DSW, filled with my favorite styles and trends for spring. Because if you know me, you know I'm kind of obsessed with shoes. And by kind of obsessed, I mean head over heels. You're going to love these shoes. So snag super cute styles like cute flats, fun heels, and cool sneakers from the Paige DeSorbo collection right now at your DSW store or dsw.com.
The Fan.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints. And in for Chris Hockey, I'm Zach Halverson. Good morning. Welcome to the news. Corey Cove, Ben Leber, and Paul Meatsauce Lambert are here. Max is gone.
What happened to Max?
He had to leave.
Channel 9 already?
I guess
bounce
so.
at 7?
Man.
Yeah.
You TV stars are just prima donnas. You're a bunch of shadours.
How dare you? Don't ever call me that again.
Oh, man.
All righty. The top story probably at this point is the weather. Potential for some pretty serious stuff this afternoon and evening. We do have a line of showers and thunderstorms heading our way right now. That is not expected to be severe, but it will be. We'll pack a little bit of a punch. Those of you in like Wilmer and Paynesville are getting it right now. Sauk Center and Melrose, but that'll be here in just a little bit.
Speaking of that, Benjamin, I brought this up last week. I'm a 45-year-old dude that watches Twin Cities live. Maybe I've mentioned that. I like watching my friends work. You and Elizabeth are fantastic.
Thank you.
My guess is if severe weather hits today, you guys can throw to the Channel 5 weather desk, right, and say, hey, give us an update, right? And you guys can bounce back and forth between the weather people, right? Last week, Channel 5 breaks in with a national press conference because of the shooting at Florida State. And I'm thinking, I wonder how long it takes Ben and Elizabeth to be told, by the way, you guys technically aren't on the air, but keep going, because as Zacho mentioned last week, you have to run Twin Cities Live later, right? It gets re-aired.
Yep.
What you guys don't know, because the show must go on, is press conference about the Florida State shooter wraps up, right? Here's how many are dead. Here's how many are fighting for their lives. Here's where the suspect is in custody, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for your time. We now join Twin Cities Live, already in progress. And you guys are in the middle of a swimsuit fashion show, and you're smiling and going, you're like, that looks great. And I'm like, what an awkward transition. You guys have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea.
And none of the viewers are like, this is classless.
This is insensitive.
Nobody's thinking that, but it is so weird to transition right to a swimsuit fashion show, and you two look like you're having the time of your life right after they just talked about another mass shooting. That was fun.
Can I give you another little inside baseball thing?
Sure.
We are never, well, I wouldn't say never, but most of the time when they said they're going to cut in, they'll give us one like, hey guys, beware that they might cut in with a special report. They don't normally tell us like the mark of like, they just cut in. Like we just keep going because that's what you're supposed to do. But I will say they do not ever tell us when we're back live.
For that reason.
Well, I think the theory is it's just you don't have to change.
Right.
Like, don't change anything you're doing because we're doing this live anyway. So it's going to be broadcast live, either rebroadcast down the road or, some people are seeing it when they're streaming or whatever. So just keep doing what you're doing. You don't have to change your attitude or behavior or performance. Just do it. So I didn't even know that that's when we got cut back in.
No, it's just a good thing that you didn't have like a sponsored segment from like Jim's Gun Shop. And you guys are just like, look at this one. And you're just shooting assault rifles. And you're like, this is great.
Like Nordo, although that sounds like a great endorsement. I would go out and do lots of stories with that.
Just probably don't want to time that after a press conference from Florida State. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What's Zach?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. How you doing?
How you guys doing?
Hey, Muss.
Great
Zach,
weekend.
Muss, Zach,
garage
Muss.
beers, watching the Wild, watching the Wolves. Yeah. Oh, man, it was outstanding.
Yeah, sports in the Twin Cities this weekend were fun, even though the Wild game didn't go the right way. The two Wolves games were awesome.
Yeah.
That game cost me a lot because the Wild game, because it went into overtime, and my wife was very upset that I spent that much time out in the the with me.
It's not your fault. They went to overtime.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
I timed this out. I'm still going to make dinner. Calm down, monster.
Yeah,
I bet that goes over well.
You guys sound like you're doing great. So, Zachary, severe weather. Channel 5, I assume, will have it covered during Twin Cities Live. You said earlier that the Twin Cities will be affected, but we just don't know how badly.
Yeah, I mean, again, we don't know where they're going to pop up, and the timing is, I think, afternoon, early evening is what they say. Again, they usually the threat level is out of 5. We are at a 4 out of 5, which is very rare.
That's threat level
in this
midnight.
area. So yeah, just be prepared, be ready, and because if it does drop, if there is a tornado, it could be very, very strong and deadly.
Hail is a possibility as well.
2-inch diameter hail potential, and then the winds, of course, as well. So
Winds of change.
You're going to feel the humidity this morning and early part of the afternoon before everything rolls in. So it'll feel like a severe weather
and
day.
Zach, you're going to miss it all because you'll be in Vegas, right?
He's so far away.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not happy.
You don't get to actually chase down tornadoes.
Oh, and then it might, it's probably a good thing that I'm not going to be here for this because this wouldn't be the smartest system to chase probably for a amateur like me. But
today, high of 76 and sunny in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Wow, we have the same high basically today.
76.
Our high is 75 here. Was it only 76 out there?
It's supposed to get cloudy in the afternoon, so it's sunny this morning, but maybe by the time you get there, it'll be a little cloudy.
Zach, when was the last time you actually chased down a tornado, and have you had a Dorothy moment?
I have not actually seen a tornado yet in my life.
Oh, no, really?
So everything that I've chased, it never came up to, there was the one up in Alexandria area, but I never saw it. Rain wrapped or whatever. So, but I'm trying, man. Today would be a really good day to do it if you really want to see a tornado, but we'll see. This is the early part of the season. This is very unusual. We usually don't. I don't peak at. I don't think we peak till like June. So,
well, best of luck.
Should be a fun day. Other things going on. Of course, former Viking star Adrian Peterson in trouble with the law. He was arrested in Richfield, charged with 4th-degree driving while impaired. Was driving 83 miles per hour in a 55. Peterson also had a blood alcohol content nearly twice the legal limit, posted a $4,000 bond, and was released. So, tough story there. A former Hennepin County judge is accused of sexual harassment and having a sexual relationship with his clerk, Judge Jay Quam, he retired last month, has been reprimanded by the Minnesota Board of Judicial Standards after an investigation found a pattern of sexual harassment. The reprimand stated that the 6-year-old admitted to all of the conduct. It also says if Quam hadn't retired in March, he probably would have faced serious punishment, but he's retired now, so yeah. Apparently they were hearing noises at one point.
Didn't Jaquan sing that song Tipsy? Wasn't that Jaquan? This is Jaquan, but
I think so, yeah.
No, people are going to say that's Shabuzi. It's like, no. I'm talking about the original bit.
Yeah, the original.
I think it was
great,
Jaquan.
too, yeah.
As soon as he said Jaquan, by the way, I stopped listening because I was just thinking about that song. So I don't even know what happened in the last 45 seconds. Was it interesting?
It was very compelling.
Oh, okay.
It was a judge just getting it on with a
That's
clerk.
pretty cool. I wish I had a clerk.
Is a clerk just basically a secretary?
I think so.
In a law sense?
I mean, like my dad married my mom was his secretary, so it's like that's like such a Mad Men era 70s 60s thing or whatever.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah,
That is hot.
it's like that comedian Blake Wexler when we
Yeah,
did that
he's
Power
brilliant,
Trip night
dude.
thing.
He's
and he
funny.
basically said that like he's a Me Too baby, and I'm like,
Yeah.
God dang it, so was I.
Yeah.
because my mom probably felt like, well, I got to go out with my, it's my boss.
Yeah.
Man, hey, but at least I'm here.
Yeah, which is great. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, hashtag
Sauce.
Me Too.
I think that you and I would share this feeling,
Oh, no.
but I really, really want a secretary just so I can have that moment where I push the button in my office and say, hold my calls.
Yeah.
Love that,
Yeah,
yes.
correct. Yeah.
I just
I thought you were going to do the Matt Lauer button.
No.
No. That's under the desk. Yeah.
What's better, hold my calls or clear my schedule?
Oh,
You
that's
like
a
to
good
clear
one,
my
too.
schedule?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
'Cause I'm
Musk
going to
calls
play.
me up and says, yeah, right, he wants to go golfing and do garage beers, and I just go, Janet, clear my schedule.
You
I don't know
got
why.
Janet? I got a Sandy.
It's in the
Mine's
70s.
Sandy.
That's a good one.
70s.
Yeah.
You're a Sandy?
Sandy, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sandy, clear my schedule and hold my calls, please.
Are we naming our fictional secretaries?
Sure.
now?
Yeah.
Mine's Janet, his is Sandy.
I'm
What's
going
yours?
with a Gert.
Gert.
Yeah.
How old is your secretary?
Well, I
we
wanna
want
go old school.
secretaries that are like the age that we would like to date, not just be efficient.
How big is
I
Gert?
think it's coming back.
Is
Yeah.
Gert from Reykjavik? is Gert from Iceland?
Paul, your hands up.
Gert Woodhawk.
Yes, sight unseen. Sauce, what would your secretary be named?
Ooh, that's Stacy.
Not Kelly. Interesting.
Wow.
Oh, you
What
didn't
would
say
your
Kelly.
name?
Janet.
That's not your wife's name.
I
Come
know.
on.
I made that choice intentionally. You clearly did too. Interesting. Stacy, huh?
I don't think
Ooh, Stacy.
my wife.
Sounds like you went the attractive
wasn't even
direction
paying
with your
What color hair
secretary.
does Stacy have?
Where did you meet Stacy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you find her?
How'd you hire her? Was it a LinkedIn?
What does she look like?
Did you swipe right? Or
How
what's
tall
the
is
deal?
she? She in
She's 7'11".
good, she in good shape?
She's 7 feet
She's
tall.
always open.
7
huh?
feet 11?
Always open.
Curvy?
No, it's a good name. Corey, your hands up.
Woodhawk?
1,000%. Yep.
That's a huge bitch.
I hired her because I thought I could leave her alone, but I was wrong.
So you hired a 7'11" gal named Stacy to be your secretary and to hold your calls and to clear your schedule. Got something going on with Stacy or
I do not.
You don't?
No.
Do you want to?
No.
You're going
I
to
do
stay
not.
loyal to Kel.
Of course.
Then why'd you hire this chick?
So I wouldn't be attracted to her.
No one's buying that.
What would hockey secretary be named?
Probably Gert.
Dolly.
Or Misty. Carol.
Yeah, some kind of a weather service.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I told you again. My graduating class had like 208, and we had a Misty, a Rainy, and a Sunny. But Sunny was the dude. That was Sunny Spanhanks that didn't do sports. He did cigarettes.
That guy wins.
Cigarettes.
He did
I don't do sports. I do cigarettes.
Hell yeah, man.
Sunny partied.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He partied hard. Anyway,
You never asked me, Corey.
can I hang on? Hang on. All right, everybody, write down your guess. What is Zach's secretary's name? I have the correct answer, but you guys can all write down yours. Everybody got their answer locked in?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Zach?
Man, I don't know if I actually know it. Is there an obvious one?
Go
This
ahead.
is like an
Yours-
O's the Mentalist.
your,
Like we just
yeah,
write it
yeah.
down.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, you wrote
Zach,
it down.
your secretary's name is?
Garrett?
Jarrett?
Garrett.
Garrett.
Oh, Garrett. Garrett. Interesting.
Oh, brilliant.
North Face Dave has the same
JJ.
guess as me. We both guessed JJ.
Yeah, I was going to say JJ.
That's
and
why
then
when you said, I thought you said Jarrett, and I was like, what's his middle initial? Jarrett James or
I was
something?
going to say J. I should have said it.
Oh, man. North Face Dave and I still, I think, win.
You guys.
Yeah, you guys got it.
Yeah.
Where did Garrett come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is he 7'11" and unattractive as well?
What are you looking at over there?
Garrett.
Sounded like a fun name. Yeah.
Oh, God. There's some Garrett we don't know.
You'd say, Garrett, clear my schedule and come on in here.
Hold my calls and my...
Whoa. Zip.
Sports is next. The Wolves were spectacular. The Wild are still battling. We got a lot to discuss when it comes to the Vikings as well. Ben Leber is here. Muss is here. Sauce with Sports after this on The Fan.
The Fan. Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Click fast and save big. Shop our Blinds.com Spring Cyber Monday sale happening right now and elevate your space with brand new custom window treatments today. Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer for custom window treatments, offering you professional support and styles that fit any budget. From classic shutters and bamboo shades, even motorized shades for your outdoor space. Blinds.com has something for everyone, with honest, upfront pricing and no hidden fees. DIY or let us handle everything from measure to install. Blinds.com makes it easy with free virtual consultations. Our design experts will help guide you from start to finish, with free samples sent directly to you so you can try before you buy. Plus, every order includes our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shop Blinds.com Spring Cyber Monday sale going on right now. Save up to 45% with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure. Up to 45% off at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish or satin, or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all in the app. Download today.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo! Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Get ready to head north with the Power Trip. Join the guys up at Grand View Lodge May 1st and 2nd. Be there on Thursday night for off-air fun and games for great prizes. Then stick around as we go live on the air Friday morning, including the initials game and your shot at a stay at the Tanca Verde Dude Ranch in Arizona. Get all the details today, KFAN.com/Grandview.
Ben, have you done a Dude Ranch? It sounds like something you would do.
No, not. I've never done a Dude Ranch. We thought about doing it one time many years ago in Montana, and then we never did it.
You get your own nickname, and you're out there, and glamping and
Dusty Bottoms.
Have you done one, Muss?
I have not. No, I would love to. That would be a blast.
I'm not sure. I think it's one of those things where I would think I'm way cooler than I was, and then
see how soft you are.
4 days into this 5 or 6 day thing, I'd be like, "This sucks."
My crotch hurts.
Yeah. I got blisters everywhere. I can't walk.
Right.
Easy there, Zacho.
Yeah. I've never heard of a Dude Ranch. What is it?
It's not what you think.
It's not what you think.
You can end your Google search. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Boring.
Sauce, would you like to do sports?
I'd love to.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Lakers 116-113 to take a 3-1 series lead. Your Wolves are now minus 550 to win the whole thing. Ant had 43. Julius was outstanding and had 25. Luka and LeBron played all but 2 minutes of the entire game. LeBron had 0 points in the fourth quarter. Game 5 is Wednesday at 9 o'clock. You can hear that right here on The Fan. That's
9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's too much. I wish it was at like 8.
Well, see, now let's go conspiracy theory like you like to do, Sauce.
Thank you.
They're just putting it so late so the East Coast doesn't have to watch the Lakers lose.
That'd be great. I mean,
they don't want to see the Lakers lose.
They don't want to see Luka playing again.
No.
I've never seen a guy in professional sports actually quit on a play while he was sitting there going to the ref, going, what's going on? Well, I can't even remember who it was. I don't think it was
Jaden.
Oh, yeah. McDaniels is going down right through the paint and just gets the jam. And he's sitting there looking at the ref. He completely just gave up. Like, what is wrong with this man? God, is he annoying.
When Luka falls, I swear Sauce got up faster when he fell on his own porch.
Thank
you. I bet anything, you are on your feet faster than Luka. Luka, every time he goes down to the ground, it looks like he's going to lay there for about 6 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, and then the tripping bit, he laid there forever. They just, their whole game is, especially, I saw a stat yesterday that LeBron has 14 first quarter free throws, or first half free throws. Ant has 13 in the whole series. Every time LeBron gets a lot of the whistle, I get he should, but man, their plan of attack is to go to the hoop and just hope they get fouled if they don't make the basket. And when they don't get the foul, they react like, how dare you not call the foul on me? Especially Luka. He complains after every play that doesn't go his way. And half the time, it's a 4-on-5 because he's back there complaining.
Fine. Let him keep complaining.
But man, as Maxo called it before he left, that was a soul-crushing game for the Lakers. They played the entire second half, that starting 5, and it almost worked. JJ Redick almost looked like a genius, but the Wolves just had the stamina and the bench that outlasted them, and that's a huge win, man.
Let's give credit to Ant, though, because you could argue games 1 and 3 were won by Jaden McDaniels. Mm-hmm. Right? Ant was good in both, but Jaden was like off the charts good, and was probably the difference in games 1 and 3. Everybody played okay in game 4, but Ant was on a different level. Yeah. 43 points, was mostly unstoppable, especially when he really, really, really had to be. I think the tip of the cap goes to Ant for game 4.
Yeah, he was, I mean, as we've talked about, he brought the fight to LeBron. He just doesn't step down. And I know he loves these guys. And after the game, he mentioned how much LeBron looked after him in the Olympics and how much he looks up to KD and LeBron and all that. But man, he's a killer out on the court.
Take away the bias. Was that a foul?
On LeBron at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure. Yeah, he got him
on the wrist.
So if it was the other way around and Ant was doing that to LeBron, you'd say, that's a foul.
It's on the wrist. Yeah. LeBron after the game was trying to say, the hand is part of the ball, which is true, but that's the wrist. The wrist is not part of the ball. The hand is.
Right.
I thought it was pretty clear that he got him across the wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I agree. I just want to get you guys.
Angle was the one that really.
The above angle was the difference. And also, I'm pretty convinced that ball was off of Ant. So if that was not called, it was going to be Lakers' ball, and that was going to be pretty dicey. Obviously, we played awesome defense at the end, right? Forcing it out of Luka's hands, out of LeBron's hands. Austin Reeves got a pretty good look, and I thought that was in too. It looked like it was good when he let it go. But we would have had to dodge that kind of a series for the loss instead of that was just for the tie.
Yeah.
That was a huge call.
Huge. They're fun, man. The Friday's game was fun. Yesterday, last night, whatever it was, that game was great. They're just entertaining.
Yeah. Wow, what happened there?
I just got stuck in my legs.
You're caught up in the windsock over there.
It's not easy to do.
They're entertaining, man.
The popper stopper.
I don't know what that.
Boy, it was like a who's who at that game too. Yeah. My goodness, all the celebs showed up.
Yeah. Owl City wasn't there.
No, you were devastated about that.
Not everybody.
Bob Dylan wasn't there. Prince is dead.
He is.
What?
Who else were missing?
When did that happen?
Was Rosie there?
I mean, probably. Those tickets are available to everyone.
He would have been, but he was at Trent Tucker's kids' hockey game.
Oh, my God.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Zachary. Oh, boy.
I think he was there. So, yeah, Game 5 is Wednesday at 9 o'clock. That's way too late, but I'll probably have to stay up and watch it. Cause,
well, yeah, what else you got to do?
What
else? You got nothing else to do?
Sleep?
No.
Why do you need to sleep?
You can sleep in the off season.
Just make sure Tuesday night's a great night of sleep, and then you'll be banking your rest. You'll be fine.
You can sleep when you're dead. Just ask Prince. Jeez,
boy, I love this version of Zach.
Too soon.
This is Vegas, Zach. He doesn't care.
This is an hour and a half, and then I'm out of here, Zach. The Wild, Zacho lost 4-3 in OT on Saturday to the Golden Knights. The series is now tied 2-2. Game 5 is tomorrow at 8:30 in Vegas, and you will be there, and you filed this report.
Yeah, you know what? They played 2 games very, very well in Vegas, 1 and 2, and this team has shown a lot of resilience, and I don't think by far it is not over like it was in 22 and 23 when they lost Game 4 after leading the series 2-1. So I think this team is different. They are made up differently, and hopefully the stars will shine for the Wild, and then they can close it out on Thursday, and we can party on Friday morning up at Grandview. It's going to be great. That's the plan. We're going to win 2 games this week. Wolves are going to win on Wednesday. We're going to have 2 teams in round 2 by the time we get to Nisswa or Lake Shore, whatever the heck.
Which will be great. That place Wales.
Beautiful.
All right, quick fire. I'm going to go through the scores from yesterday. You just tell me your quick thoughts. The Blues beat the Jets 5-1. That series is tied 2-2.
Yeah, great response there. I mean, that's a heck of a series, and excited to see games 5, 6, and 7. Man, I think that's going all the way.
Hurricanes 5-2 over the Devils. That series is led by Carolina 3-1. Carolina is the favorite to win the Cup.
Yeah, Devils putting up a fight, but I think that the Canes will close that out on, was it tomorrow, I believe?
Carolina's the favorite to win the entire thing?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yep.
Very good.
Did not know that.
Capitals 5-2. They lead that series 3-1 over the Canadiens.
Yeah, great atmosphere. Montreal puts on one hell of a show. It was super loud. If you watch it on the Sportsnet feed, if you watch it on TBS, you didn't hear any of the crowd, but that's fine.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so that was a big complaint. But
why?
Because TNT just doesn't showcase the crowd like other people do. But anyway,
Oilers 4, Kings 3. That series is now tied 2-2.
Oh boy, did the Kings blow that one!
Yes,
my God, had a 3-1 lead in the third, and Oilers tied it late. I think it was Quentin Byfield for the Kings had a easy clear. Go off the wall, do something with it. Don't try to stick handle it. He did. He lost the puck. The puck went the other way, and the Oilers tied it. They dominated pretty much the entirety of overtime. Earned a power play, which was not a great call in my opinion, but it earned a power play, scored on the power play, and it went from being a very easy 3-1 series lead for the Kings to now a whole new series for the Oilers.
Tonight is the Parish Bowl. Panthers hosting the Lightning. That series is led by the Panthers 2-1, and then the Stars and Abs are tied 2-2.
Panthers Lightning, Zachary, so far road team winning all 3 games.
Yeah, again, this is why I'm not that worried about home ice and all that, because especially in the Stanley Cup playoffs lately, and even we saw it in the NBA last year. I don't know what it's like this year, but there really isn't much of a home advantage anymore. These teams are all good. The parity is so tight that they just go out there and play the damn game. And so that's an interesting series. I'm more intrigued. The Stars and Avs, man, that's so much fun. Gabriel Landeskog playing in his first game since 2022, June of 2022.
That's hockey, I think.
What the hell happened?
Just battling lower body leg stuff. So
he just didn't want to play,
but scored his first goal in damn near 3 years the other night, and that was an emotional moment. I still have not forgotten what a menace that guy was and how much I hated watching the Wild play against him.
But if you take all that away and just look at the human factor, it's pretty cool. He's been through a lot, and he's fought his way back, and now he just hasn't missed a beat. So good for him. Happy for him. Great time for sports.
The story nobody is talking about because the Wild and Wolves are in the playoffs. The Twins swept the Angels yesterday, beating them 5-0. Your Twins have won 5 of 6. They improved to 12-16. They beat 2 of the worst teams in baseball, but they've won 5 of 6. They battle the Guardians in Cleveland tonight at 5-10. So they're coming around. Chubsy.
Yeah.
7-game road trip.
Yeah.
4 against Cleveland and 3 against the Boston Red Sox.
So we'll see what they do there.
Is it over yet? I thought you said it was over.
I mean, yes, it's over. Yeah.
Oh, it is over.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. Don't you think it's over?
You feel confident of your bet?
My under bet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The good thing is, it's not like the Twins just barely won against the Angels. I think they outscored them, 21
They
to
killed
5.
them. Yeah. They killed them. Yeah.
Aren't the Angels just broken, though?
Yeah. I mean,
we don't need to talk about that, Zach. A win is a win.
Yeah.
They might be changing their name, too.
Sweep.
You know me.
Broken Angels.
I rip them as much as I can. The White Sox and Angels are horrible. Yeah. But they're still major league teams, and they won 5 of 6.
Maybe you guys saw this over the weekend. Maybe you didn't. It got buried in a draft weekend and a playoff weekend. But something called, I think it's Eugenio Suarez. Is that how you say his first name? Not sure. Eugenio Suarez from the Arizona Diamondbacks over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, this is
hit 4 home runs in a game.
Jeez.
If you saw this, don't guess. He is the blank player in Major League Baseball history to hit 4 home runs in a game. How many times has it happened?
I saw it.
5.
7.
I think. Now this is just me flexing my baseball knowledge. I think Fernando Tatis's dad hit 2 grand slams in an inning. So that's 2. I would bet he's the first to hit 4 in a game. Well, 10th.
Wow.
10th.
Wow.
That took me a second. 10th.
Let's just recap what happened in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, please do.
He said a stat that had really nothing to do with what we were discussing.
No.
That
He did say he was
2
slams in one.
That 2 grand slams in an inning, which is 2 home runs, but technically has nothing to do with what we discussed. Then he was 90% of the way through a sentence saying he's the only one who's ever done. No, it's the 10th.
10th. I'm going to go 10th.
What the hell just happened? Zach, your hands up.
Can I be conspiracy theory guy for a moment?
Yep.
Say the number.
The actual answer?
Yeah.
19.
Did he look it up or see it and then split the difference and go 10?
No, I didn't look it up. No.
Yeah, he's the 19th player to do that. That is the record, 4 home runs in a game. But here's the craziest. There's 2 crazy stats when it comes to this guy's performance over the weekend. And baseball fans love flexing their baseball knowledge.
Thank you. It's greasy.
How many singles has he hit all year through Saturday? So I didn't see if he did yesterday, but
this is Eugenie again?
Yep. He had 4 home runs on Saturday. How many singles does he have the entire season?
0. Just singles.
Singles.
3.
114.
Brilliant.
1. No, mate. 34.
0.
Through Saturday, he had 10 home runs, 4 of them in that one game, and 5 singles all season long. Okay. So this is truly I'm swinging for the fence or I'm striking out kind of a guy.
Yep.
Out of the 19 players in Major League Baseball history that have hit 4 home runs in a game, how many lost that game? How many teams
Doesn't
lost?
It feel like the other 18 happened in the 1900s?
Yeah.
You know, just because.
5.
I'm going to go 7 again.
I'm going to go 2.
6.
A couple of you guys danced around it. He's just one of 3 players now to hit 4 home runs and a loss. I believe his 4th one tied it to force extras, and then they lost it in extra innings.
Greasy.
So he was a huge factor in them trying to win. It's not like, I mean, if you hit 4 home runs, you're not costing your team anything.
Not that it matters. Were they all yard, or did he actually have one that was like in the park?
They were all yard. But I'm 99.9% sure. I saw highlights of a couple of them. I think it would have been a bigger story if one of them was around the bases.
Inside the park,
Baseball nerd.
Mm-hmm. Is that me or is that Sauce?
That's Sauce. So, Sauce, let me look at you. So this has been done 19 times. That's what you're saying.
19.
Just 4 home runs in a game. Now, how many of the 19 were 4 for 4 with 4 home runs?
Ooh, great question. Yeah, flex your baseball knowledge.
Yeah. 1.
I don't know the answer.
I don't know.
Because I wonder how many guys are actually 4 for 5.
Well, you would think after 3 dongs that you would actually someone was going to get plunked, right? I mean,
or walked.
Walked. Yeah, they're going to put it in your ear.
So maybe that actually increased the chances that you go 4 for 4, right? Because on your 5th attempt, maybe you get walked. Who knows? Let me see here. This is a lot of Suarez talk.
After 3 dongs, I mean, the only other place that might be available is your ear.
Right.
Yeah.
So he did go. He did go 4 for 4, by the way, Benjamin.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did go 4 for 4. So he out of the 19, he's at least one. He went 4 for 4 with 5 RBI, 4 home runs, and of course he scored 4 runs. Anyway, pretty good. He's hitting 202 on the year.
You know, that's one of those classic situations where the right thing to say in the locker room after the loss is like, it doesn't really matter. We lost the game. Like, you know, you gotta be pretty proud of yourself. Like, who gives a rip if your team lost? I just went 4 for 4 with 4 home runs.
Yeah.
Right. That's sweet.
Whereas, you know, let's just put it out there. Like, no matter what sport you're in, most of the guys, including the guys that I've played with on the football team, if you have 4 sacks in a game you lose, nobody cares that you individually don't care that you lost the game.
Right. Yeah, you had a monster game.
You had a monster game.
Yep.
And you might be in the locker room like, I'm just so upset we lost the game. Like, no, you're not. You're skipping to your car.
Right. And then when you get to the car, you're calling your wife going, did you see what I did?
Did you see that?
I got 4 of them.
I think there's only one guy you played with that had 4 sacks in a game.
Maybe.
Right?
4 sacks, 3 dongs.
I don't know if Tommy's favorite.
4 sacks, 3 dongs.
Did Tommy's favorite player ever get 4 sacks in a game?
Vikings news when we come back. We'll ask Ben about the draft, about Donovan Jackson, about Sam Howell, about some of the other picks, whether or not we needed a wide receiver. And what round was that? Was that 3?
Third
round we got Ty Felton. You got to talk to him for like 2.5 minutes. We can talk about that as well. More of the Power Trip with Ben Leber and Michael J. Mussman III after this on The Fan.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish or satin, or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all in the app. Download today.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you choose how you want to pay for all the stuff. With PayPal, I can pay in-store, pay online, or pay over time. What's that? You want this translated into song? I hope you're sitting down. You can pay your own way. You keep those ears on, you hear? Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at paypal.com.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on what your kids are spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/iHeart.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Redco, your truck accessories pro.
All right, Vikings news. Ben, let's go all the way back to Thursday night. The Vikings stay put and take Donovan Jackson, the guard out of Ohio State, with the 24th overall selection. You were a guy that, for the couple of weeks leading up, you were mostly saying stick and pick was your plan. You would like them to just stay and take the best player available. Gray Zabel was gone. Booker was gone, so they stay and they take another guard, Donovan Jackson. Your thoughts?
Well, I'm glad that they didn't try to, get too cute and try to outsmart this, at least the first round of this draft. You're always probably looking at options to add another third or a second rounder, but if those don't present itself, then just stay where you are. So I was happy with that. I was a little surprised that they still went offensive line. Not to say that Donovan's not a fantastic player, but when there was that early run and we had just talked about it in our own mocks and our own analysis, if there is going to be a little bit of a run on offensive linemen, then that's probably going to open up some defensive tackles. That's going to open up some corners. So I was thinking, man, they're Gray went early and all this other stuff, and I'm like, well, maybe we do shy away from offensive line, even though Donovan's there, and we just go with somebody another position. So it was a little bit of a surprise, but I'm super excited about what he is. Obviously, it sounds like he's got a tremendous skill set, all the things that you're looking for. He's primarily a left guard, which is what we need. Maybe not as much position flexibility as some of these other guys. But then you start to learn more about his character, and it's like, man, this guy is awesome. I mean, he's not going to be any problems, any troubles. Sounds super intelligent. So
it was like a 3.85 or something like that for a grade point average.
So it's going to be, I think, obviously, he's going to be slated and penciled in as the starter at offensive guard. And
our lads already has him at the starter. Poor Blake Brendel. I mean, that was
Well, that's, you're a first-round draft pick at really any position. That's probably where you're going to be, is penciled in as the starter. And, I'm sure you guys all heard the same thing, but, when KOC was talking about him after the pick when he was on with us, it sounds like it's this tenacity that they were really excited about. He finishes through the whistle. He kind of brings this grimy game to him, and I think that's what they're looking for on both their lines. I mean, they're looking for, I think, a little bit of an attitude shift of finding some meaner, tougher players on both sides of the ball, and we got a good one, it sounds like.
Yeah, I loved KOC. It was the echo of the whistle. It goes to the echo of the whistle. Yeah, that was awesome.
Round 3, they took wide receiver Ty Felton from Maryland. Do you know much about him as the player? And then what do you think just conceptually about a wide receiver in round 3?
Of all the picks at that position, moving down to the last selection of the third round, I just thought, do we really, really need a receiver? I know that we're a throwing team, but we added some pieces in the offseason that I'm actually quite excited for. But they're looking for speed. I mean, it sounds like they want that number 3 receiver to be just this jitterbug dynamic, and he's all that. He's sub 4.4, what is it, 4.37 or something like that. Mm-hmm. He's got tremendous explosiveness, and it seems like his number one characteristic is he doesn't want to go down. He's not a big guy, but he plays way stronger and way tougher than his frame might suggest. So
6'1", 183.
That's a huge bitch.
So you're going to get a guy that, again, plays with this attitude, like he's always fighting for yards, and that's something that I think every wide receiver needs to have in this league, because there's so many plays that are yards after catch.
Yeah, going into the season though, honestly, we don't, and obviously the season hasn't started yet, but we were really thin as far as depth goes for wide receiver. I think more so even than corner that we were worried about. But that seems like that's going to be filling up here pretty nicely in the next couple of weeks. But at wide receiver, we definitely needed help.
to Ben's point about, maybe that was not the top need, I think they really wanted safety Xavier Watts from Notre Dame, and he was taken at pick 96 where Atlanta picked, and they moved back just to get something to move back. And back to Donovan Jackson, the other reason they took him is if they moved at all, they weren't going to get him, because immediately after they took him, the Texans moved out of their spot, because I would guess that's who they wanted.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you.
Then they let the Giants come up and get Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
And then in round 5, the Vikings took Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. Game of Thrones jokes aside, what do you know about Tyrion, if anything? He is an edge guy from Georgia.
Not a ton. I will say this, that he's a big guy that can move. And they went for, obviously in that position with his height, weight, and all that stuff, they're not looking for a run stuffer. They're not looking for a plugger. They're looking for a guy that can penetrate and get to the line and be disruptive. And I think that he ran the fastest 10-yard split of any interior defensive lineman at the combine. So when you look at height, weight, and that twitch off of the ball, he has all of that, and he has that in true measurements, and it's a recorded deal where this guy can get out of his stance quickly, and so I'm excited for that. Obviously, he'll probably be a situational guy, but I'm looking forward to how quick he can get off the ball, and if he can be this guy that can truly penetrate at this level.
He is a 6'5", 276.
That's a huge bitch.
In round 6, the Vikings took 2 players, linebacker Kobe King from Penn State, and then tight end from Pittsburgh, Gavin Bartholomew.
I think the linebacker selection makes a lot of sense, just because, Cashman's injuries have been, recorded all throughout his career, although he did a really good job of staying, pretty healthy this last year. He got banged up when we were over in London. But same thing with IP. He's a tough physical guy that just throws his nose around all the time, and he can get banged up a little bit too. So, last year they both missed some time, and so they're looking for depth at those positions. And then, linebackers always need on special teams. So let's see if he can, stay on the 53 and be, a quality backup. And then Bartholomew, kind of the same thing. We don't really have a true, number 3. I mean, he'll battle that for that position, but, we'll carry three tight ends. But I don't look at him as getting any sort of like starting reps.
So before the draft, one of the questions that a lot of us were asking is like, all right, we have J.J. McCarthy on roster and the Aaron Rodgers rumor, just floating in the great distance. It's way back there, but it's floating. And you're going, all right, we only have 4 picks headed into the draft. Can you possibly use one of those back 3 on a backup quarterback? Now, they didn't, but they technically did because they swapped pick 142 for Sam Howell. So what do you think of this strategy to trade one of the picks for an established guy, a guy who started for 1 full season with Washington? Mm-hmm. Just average numbers at best, right? A ton of yards, but a 1-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Would you have rather had them take a flyer on a rookie with the 5th rounder, or do you like this strategy of getting an established guy better? And if so, was there a name that you liked?
Yeah, I mean, I like a guy with a little bit more of NFL experience. I was surprised that they targeted Sam Howell, but I think that the essence of having a veteran makes a lot more sense than just having JJ in year 2 and then drafting a rookie that JJ's still going to figure it out for the next year or 2, before he becomes sort of a savvy vet and understands the ways of the NFL. So I think it makes sense to have somebody that's been there a little bit, done that, been on a couple different teams now. So he kind of understands how to, learn these playbooks and get up to speed so quickly. So, and plus, again, we talk about the role of not being a threat, and he's going to fit the role perfectly. He knows he's not coming in here to start. He's coming in just to be a mentor.
I like it. And Brosmer here with us as well.
And then Brosmer as well. Yeah.
So, guys that went after pick 142, obviously Shedeur Sanders went 2 picks later. Kyle McCord went in round 6 from Syracuse. Will Howard of Ohio State went in the 6th round.
Yeah, a little surprising.
Same. I thought he was going to go a little higher than that. Riley Leonard from Notre Dame went in round 6.
Quinn Quinn Ewers went in round 7.
Cam Miller, North Dakota State went in round 6. Ewers in round 7. So you like Howell over all of those guys for every reason you just said.
Yeah,
essentially.
Again, that's the thing. I think you're looking for just somebody that you can lean on that has been through a little bit of the NFL gauntlet. No, he's not. I mean, Sam Howell's not super seasoned, but I mean, more so than those other guys. But I'm really surprised that Ewers. I don't know a lot about his character, but it seems like a guy that's decently talented that played, big time football at Texas. Didn't go sooner than that. And I don't know if there's character concerns with him as well, but a little surprising that he went that late. And even surprised that Will Howard, because Sauce, you probably heard the same thing, that Will Howard in the days leading up to the draft, he was one of the names that just kept climbing up the draft boards. Like, whoa, don't be surprised if this team reaches, early in the 3rd round to grab him late 2nd round. And that certainly did not happen at all.
Yeah, I think the weird part about all these quarterbacks was there were, obviously Cam Ward was going to go 1, and then the rest were kind of a crapshoot, right? Like Jackson Dart going in the 1st round was something that I think a lot of people thought, well, it's going to be a team in the top 5 that wants to go after a quarterback. After that, we watched it all weekend. Every time the Steelers passed on a quarterback, it just got worse and worse for some of these guys that thought they would go in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round, right? Every time the Steelers got on the clock, they were like, well, this is going to be a quarterback, and it wasn't. But yeah, I think there are a lot of guys but like Quinn Ewers is another example. He could have gotten money from any college, and now he's a 7th round pick with Miami.
Yeah, come sling it for the Gophers.
Like, I don't
we'll give
understand,
you some money.
But how? I mean, I get the Arch Manning be behind him, but go back to Ohio State where they now need a quarterback. How decided to be a 7th round pick.
It was with Ward and his pick. I mean, pick number 2 comes in like 2.5 minutes right after he gets, so he barely is off the stage, and they already made the pick for Hunter. But like nobody talking about the guy at quarterback went number 1 overall.
Nobody talked about
nothing.
it. Nope.
Yeah, weird.
All right, Fan 5 in a second. Headlines in the 8 o'clock hour. More with Ben and Musk. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Get your mother-loving ears on because your big-time radio DJ's got news. PayPal lets you choose how you want to pay for all the stuff. With PayPal, I can pay in-store, pay online, or pay over time. What's that? You want this translated into song? I hope you're sitting down. You can pay your own way. You keep those ears on, you hear? Don't just pay, baby. PayPal.
Learn more at PayPal.com.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
A mother's love deserves a gift like no other. Celebrate her love, strength, and style with heartfelt jewelry from Pandora. From iconic charms to sparkling necklaces, rings, earrings, and more, there are so many ways to say, thank you, Mom. So on Mother's Day and every day, tell her how much she means to you with a gift from Pandora. Visit Pandora in-store or online at pandora.net.